Still Drippin Happy Hour.
Welcome to episode 103 of the Still Drippin Happy Hour. This is your host, Mason. On the move tonight, we got Hayes. Holla.
I'm just snacking it.
You got some bad internet connection. You're coming on real fuzzy. Hopefully.
Is it me or you?
I think it's you, but I'm not positive.
Well,
How you doing this week, Hayes?
we're about to get some bad weather.
Mm,
We're about to get some bad weather, and I bet that's what it is.
I bet that's what it is. Yep. Okay. Well, how are you doing this week?
I might look at us. We didn't even
I
plan
know.
this out.
We did not
I
plan
press
this.
play. He presses record. We have on similar hats.
Nearly identical hats. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Repping
This
the
is just-
hometown.
Significantly newer than that one.
Yeah, significantly. This was a promo hat, but real old.
90s?
I got it at Goodwill, but yeah, it'd most definitely be 90s
Yeah.
with that little player with a guitar guy on it.
Oh, yeah. The sounds guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so sick. Well,
All
it's been a
right.
pretty quiet week. I don't know about you. Like, just
Yeah.
generally, it's been
I
nothing
feel like
big.
it's pretty quiet on all fronts. We've had some sneakers pop in lately. So, well, before we get into it, go follow us on Still Drippin TN on Instagram, Still Drippin TN on YouTube, which is where we're broadcasting live. All of our episodes now. This one's on Wednesday, so a little different scheduling. We decided to skip over Valentine's Day and record a day late. So apologies on the tardiness, but it's probably why we'll have nobody jumping in the feed this week. But next week we should be back to our regularly scheduled
Come on,
programming.
guys. We're
And
all old married
better-
guys, and we got to keep the love's lights burning.
Yeah, keep them burning. Yeah. Do you have a good Valentine's Day? Goodness, I can't talk today.
I mean, it was okay when you have any holidays, but especially Valentine's Day with children, it just doesn't go the way that you think.
Yeah, I agree. Elliot threw up in his crib last night, so definitely didn't go the way that I would think that it would have gone. But I slept on the floor in his room because he would not go to sleep. So yeah.
At 9:30, my 8-year-old, I heard the pitter patter, and this never happens, of course, never, ever, ever. 8-year-old pitter patter. Oh, crying, bawling, crying. What's wrong? Well, we watched a little bit of Harry Potter, and she got flipped out. Ended up sleeping in my bed, and then about 11:30, the pitter patter of the 3-year-old, and I mean, what do you do?
Yeah. What do you do? Well, anyways, that was a good recap of the week. Landon's supposedly joining us in about 10 minutes. We'll see. Dan joined us last week, so I think he's out. But regardless,
Probably so.
let's jump inside the box.
What's inside the box?
That's my shoe in the box.
All right, Hayes, we had a lot of news, a few shoes coming out soon. I'm not sure when these come out because I didn't really pay attention, but we'll show the MSCHF boots, Astro Boy boots. I don't know what these are officially called, but the big red boots is what they look like. So, Hayes, thoughts?
I mean, but these are popping off. Like, I've seen a ton of people that have them. Why? And I don't know what they're called. When I thought of it, I thought of the cartoon character Astro Boy.
Yeah.
And that's what these are.
Sure. Yeah, that's what it is. I've seen videos of people getting it stuck on their foot. I've seen NBA Tunnel, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He wore them in the tunnel. It's just very weird. It looks like your foot
Rubber
would
work boots, except
suffocate
molded a little
in
bit.
there. It looks like you get a little steamy in there for sure.
Yeah.
But
I
that
just
just
don't
brings
understand.
me. I wish I would have had time for some Photoshop, because I think if one of our followers gets one of these, I think we need to see Hayes in this fit right here.
100%.
Boots, underwear, and a
100%.
green belt. Like, that's a Hayes fit. If you're not on YouTube, I mean, or even if you're listening on a podcast, you can just Google Astro Boy and think of Hayes. It's a terrible sight to think of, but we would definitely get a good viral clip of that one right there.
I don't know why somebody hasn't done that yet.
I'm sure somebody's got to, right? I haven't seen it, but maybe it's not as viral as we think. Be kind of gross.
I would 100% do that.
All right, well, moving on to get that image out of our brains. We had the Kawhi 3 New Balance news hitting the shelf. These kind of look like the Kawhi 1s, if I remember correctly. What do you think?
I don't remember anything about how the Kawhi 1s looked. These look like the Jordan 11 low playoff. The cobalt, remember those?
Yeah.
And the black?
Yeah,
that's what this
I can
reminds
see that.
me of.
It's a good shoe.
I mean, it's not a horrible effort.
Signature shoes are on the way up this year. I mean, aside from Jason Tatum, I like these.
Yeah, they're not bad.
They kind of have that iShod wear. Is that how you say his name? The SBs. They kind of have that feel to them. Clean colorway. I love the paint speckle on the bottom. Now,
this is not a bad effort.
Bold statement.
It's really not bad.
No, bold statement here. I know you're not going to like it, neither is rest of the pod, but I think these are better shoes than the Ja Morants.
Wow, that is definitely not true.
I mean, look, here's the Ja Morants, the Swarovski. I think I've fallen out of love with these. Is that the right term? I just don't think they're much. They just keep looking like a Kyrie to me, and not that that's not a good shoe.
Dude, this color is so sick. The icy sole.
Icy sole. It's just really boring. I
like this. Oddly enough, I like it. Oh, you muted. Okay, YouTube, what we're looking at, or podcast, what we're looking at is the Ja Morant. They're black, and they've got, I guess it's Swarovski, however you say that, crystals.
Swarovski, yeah.
Swarovski crystals all over the swoosh. But it's just a solid black shoe, and it's got the icy sole of like a Jordan 11. I really like this shoe.
I just think it's too boring. I would equate this shoe to your review of Kendrick's album when it came out, his most recent one, maybe. It's good because we have seen such terrible shoes.
Yeah, okay.
But if I'm being honest, I do think this Kawhi is a better shoe than that one. I would probably wear this Kawhi, well, if it wasn't New Balance. I'm not going to wear New Balance. But I do like it more than the Ja. If I was going to pick between those two, I would pick the Kawhi, which is good for New Balance. Good for them. They made a shoe that looks decent on the court, which I don't know if they've ever done that before for basketball shoes.
This is better than any Way of Wade I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think that's probably right. I can't think of a Way of Wade that was this good.
No. So it's a good effort. This is a good one.
This is on par with those, probably with the Currys, with an Under Armour Curry.
I'd wear this before the Currys.
Yeah. I would too. Update on the Currys. I started playing pickup with two different groups. So actually, here's my my moment of probably my best basketball moment of the last 5 years, maybe, of pickup. I've been going to the rec center at 5:30 a.m. and there's a group that plays there. So I don't get to run because they all like have a specific group every week they play. And one guy had to leave early, so I got in for the last game. I bricked my first three, missed a layup on my second shot, and then I hit the game-winning three on the last shot. Got done with that game, got to the ringleader of the group chat that they get people to come play basketball, got on the list. So I'm hoping that, in the next month I'll get another invite, but we'll see. It's a rough outing, but all is well that ends okay. I think somebody said that. I don't know who, but but I've been looking at the shoes. There's a few Currys out there. There's a LeBron's, pair of LeBron 20s. They look really nice. I don't know if I could pay that much for on-court shoes though.
How much?
$210, I think.
Oh, wow.
That may not be true, but that's the number I've got in my head. Though, if those All-Star games,
that's what I saw on Nike.com.
Those All-Star, you weren't here last week to talk about those LeBron All-Star shoes. Did we talk about those? Maybe 2 weeks ago we did. Those are fresh.
I was here last week.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago.
I don't remember what color they were.
They're like a sky blue with clouds and a backwards swoosh.
Yeah. Okay, I've seen that.
Yeah. Anyways, we can move on. We talked about Shy wearing the big red boots, but we've got some other tunnel fits that Hayes wanted to talk about. So Hayes, explain to our non-viewing listeners. Okay, so let's go to things Hayes hates.
That's fair. So I've seen this on multiple people, but this just is an example of it, and I don't even remember who either of these people. I think Kuzma is the one on the left.
Kuzma's on the left, and Stephon Diggs is on the right.
Okay, so it's basically a homeless, derelict-looking outfit that they have on, but then they have this mask like Fat Albert
ski mask
over their heads. Is that what it is?
I think it's the Kuzma one looks like a ski mask to me. Diggs
Kuzma looks like
a Yeti mask.
Oh yeah, this is really odd over here. Diggs is really weird, but it's not tight like a ski mask.
Right.
It's way longer, but it is ski mask like. And Kuzma looked like he killed Ernie and Bert and knitted a sweater and a hat out of it.
The cardigan with no shirt underneath is a wild look. The cardigan
is weird. This is a very wild look. And Diggs the outfit's not as crazy, but his mask is so bizarre. It looks like Spider-Man crafted a mask out of his spider webs.
Yeah,
and then threw it. Yeah. Man, my descriptions are sick.
Yeah, the Kuzma thing is just like, I get it's for attention. Like, that's the only reason you're doing it. But to have that hat on and then have headphones over the top of them, you can't be listening to anything through the mask. Just put AirPods in. Like, we know you have them. And, just the whole cardigan, that doesn't look like a comfortable cardigan to have skin contact with.
No, it does not.
Oh, and then
and then the decision to not have a shirt on.
Yeah, it looks like. Never mind. I'm gonna move on.
All right.
Yeah, that's a weird one. If you're not viewing this on YouTube, go check out YouTube. We're at the 14-minute mark. All right, we've got some. What are these called again? Some dunks.
These are the released. No, this is Jordan 1 Low Dornbecker this year.
Oh yeah, Jordan 1s.
And
Dornbecker. I mean, that was the word I was thinking of.
They're okay. I'm not gonna buy them. I do, for whatever reason, when I saw these, what's the thing that pops out to you?
That little patch of grass on them.
Oh no, that's not what it caught my eye. The lace, how it's dyed different colors.
Okay,
is what caught my eye. I was like, oh man, that's cool.
It's a cool feature. I was saying
yellow
that
to purple.
I love this shoe, except for the grass. The grass.
I didn't even realize that this is grass up here.
I don't know if that's what it is, but it looks like AstroTurf to me.
It looks like felt.
Maybe it's felt.
It's a texture that's feltish.
Yeah, the details on this shoe are dope, and the sole has her name on it. Radiate positivity going down the side. We need that to be our motto on this podcast for Hayes.
Thanks. At least this isn't as bad as Little Michael Johnson or whatever that kid's name was with the stupid mask.
Moving on. We've got this second edition.
I couldn't help it.
The Zion Williamson, who is hurt again. I think one of my first takes on this podcast was I think Zion will be a good player, and he's been a great player for 30% when he's on the floor. Yeah. He's just too big to be 6'4", 300 pounds. And that's a little bit of exaggeration, but not much. Yeah, and so if we could... 6'5", 280, I think is 6'6", 280, something like that. But yeah, weird look going again with the Naruto Jordan.
Naruto.
All right, I just had to read that. I didn't.
This is Zion 2 shoe in anime colors, and I'm not an anime guy anyway, but specifically this is just so stupid. And if you're gonna go colors on different color shoe, or is it half? Is the other side the same color?
It looks like it might be half. I don't know.
Well, if it's different colors, either which way, this is it's dumb. I feel like things like this only work if it's SpongeBob, Kyrie, crazy colors, right? If it's slime, mellow 2s, or Rick and Morty, where it's just the colors crazy. This is just too bland to make this look good.
Yeah, and judging off the picture, like I don't know if Jordan Brand put this picture out or if we copied it off of some other site that just put this together.
Oh, I don't remember.
I can't figure out from the picture what makes this a Naruto shoe, right?
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
It's just yellow and blue and has some kind of hieroglyphic on this yellow side over here. Other than that, it really, really makes me mad that the Jumpman logo is red because there's no other red on this shoe, and the Zion logo on the tongue is a shade of blue that we also don't find on the shoe, from what I can see in the picture.
This feels like for some reason it's just pandering to the anime crowd.
Yeah, and if you're gonna do that, like it's too down the
middle.
Make
it dope.
It's like the Tiffany dunks. It's too straight down the middle. Like, it'd be dope to put whatever this blonde-headed character is, put that on the tongue and make him tie in the back or something. Like his headband.
Something to make it a little more
like the little spiral. The little spiral that's on the blonde-haired guy's shoulder. Put that on there somewhere.
Is his name.
Shut up. Regardless, we just spent way too much time on Zion and anime. So moving on to the next one. See what we got. We got a new Nike Sacai collab. The Nike Air Footscape Woven. Hayes, I'll let you say your piece on these because you put this on the doc.
I mean, it's news because it's a Nike Sacai, and generally these go okay. The brown one is not horrible, and the other two are horrible. This isn't a good model shoe. This isn't a good... I mean, why would this be their choice? Is it just because it's out there? And
yeah,
I don't know.
To me, the upper is really cool on these shoes, but the bottom being a hiking boot is weird. It feels like this should be a runner.
Very odd.
The Footscape Woven sounds like it should be a running shoe.
Yeah.
And so I like the blue and gray ones. And what looks like the swoosh is outlined with a lime green. I think those look cool, but the laces kind of throw me off, which is not a big deal. You can always change laces. But the sole, it just looks like a platform shoe.
It's very odd.
Yeah, I like the offset laces though. I think
You
that looks
do?
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that's a weird model, but I kind of like it.
You know, the
I guess
first
I'm on Landon's side on
Nike,
this one.
the first Nike Rodman shoe had it laced on the side. That was the only side lacing shoe I can think of. Off the top of my head, at least. Do you remember those?
I don't think I do.
I think it's the Rodman one. It was Nike. You know, he was with Converse. Was that first or second? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway.
All right, next up, I inserted some of this news. I just thought this was a little bit interesting. We've got Rich Paul is starting a sub brand with New Balance. It's like Rich Paul and Klutch Sports, which is just extremely interesting because Klutch is tied with LeBron. I know he doesn't own it, I guess, but it just feels weird that Klutch and New Balance are lining up. But this logo is kind of dope. New Balance is making some moves.
I feel like you are just minutes away from getting a pair of New Balance.
Nah.
In 2023, you don't think you get a pair of New Balance?
No. I'm really leaning hard towards Asics right now. Could be Asics. But yeah, no New Balance are really piquing my interest at the moment. So, yep. Anything to say on that? He's got the 550s
cool.
on.
Solid.
And we already went through the Jaws. All right, Air Max Day. We're getting a slide based on the Air Max 1. It's a OG red colorway. It looks like the Jordan slides that came out in those different 5.
Oh, hey, you muted. There you go. You're back. You're still muted. Okay, so we're looking at is some Jordan slides that are coming out on Air Max Day, and they've gotten the sole. Is this okay? You're back. Is this an Air Max 1 sole? No, this is just a random sole.
Yeah, it's got the bubbles like the Air Max 1, but the sole itself, I think, is kind of adapted to be a slide, to be more comfortable like a slide. So,
I don't like the air bubble on this. It doesn't. I don't know. I wouldn't wear these.
I think
and
it's
I would
cool.
be afraid to get them wet, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, this seems like it's for the diehard collector of Air Maxes.
Yeah.
Which is a cool piece. It's a unique piece, one that you probably won't be able to get again. So from that aspect, but if these aren't your everyday slides that you're wearing around. Cool detail, though.
Yeah. It is a cool idea.
Yeah. Next up, we got some
oh my gosh,
Nike Air Humera. I put this in for Landon. I was kind of disappointed that he's not here. This was not the best colorway, admittedly. After looking back through, they have some pretty dope colorways coming out. Some OG colorways of it's like a yellow gold swoosh with navy blue underneath, and the rest is gray. I don't hate these. Really, I hate the ones that we're looking at right now. The colorways are terrible of this. But what are you thinking?
I mean, in context of if I'm going on a hike,
right?
I'm sure they're great. In the context of no way, these are horrible.
Yeah, they're a dad shoe for sure.
Yeah,
a little clunky.
These are very dad shoe.
Yeah, they kind of look like Merrells.
I mean, a lot of these, they do. Or what's the this could easily be a Salmon.
Yeah.
Solomon.
However you say
it.
All right, I guess that's enough on that one. We waited long enough for Landon. All right, hey,
This is just me being
explain what we
salty.
have here.
This is just me being salty. Okay, so this is the headline from ESPN. It has all these headlines, and this was probably 2 weeks ago because we had a guest and all that. But you come down here and it says Bronny headlines McDonald's All-American list. So my comment over here is Bronny, Bron James Jr. is a 4-star basketball player that gets the headlines from the best players in the country. Why?
Because he's the one who's going to get the most money.
Because his name. Because of the name. We didn't even list the number 1 player in the country or number 2 player in the country. Or Mikey Williams didn't make the McDonald's All-American list. And I think he's got more followers than Bronny. So I don't know. This just bothers me. But why are we putting – the only reason is because he's LeBron's son. As I recall, Michael Jordan's kids, well, they weren't as good as Bronny, but weren't getting headlines on ESPN.
I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan's kids probably got into the Jordan All-American game.
Well, Marcus got into the McDonald's All-American game just like he got into Scottie Pippen's wife.
Speaking of Scottie Pippen's wife, Malik Beasley, did you see this? Traded to the Lakers at the trade deadline, has been on dates with Scottie Pippen's wife, who is also Scottie Pippen. Larsa Pippen is also the mother of Scottie Pippen Jr., who's also on the Lakers.
That is really awkward.
Yeah, that's weird.
Very, very awkward.
To make this weirder, Malik Beasley has a wife. And he was still seen on dates with Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. Huh. Weird. Yeah.
That's odd.
Live your own life, but
they must be living in the Nia Long, what's his face, the Celtics ex-coach world.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. What is his name? Ime Udoka.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this was some news that I was very disappointed we did not get to bring up with Cullen, but we went long on our news in that episode. But we'll have him back on to talk about the Music City Vintage show. Their vlog is what they're calling it. So they've got 8 episodes out. This is an old screen grab, but yeah, they're pretty dope. I've watched the first 3.
Me too.
I think maybe 2. I can't remember. But would you like to give us a review, Hayes? Of the music
I really like it. It's very so I put in the caption over here if you're listening to the podcast, it is very much a round 2 the show type thing, which I always love that show. But I'm trying to think of the last one I watched. A guy came in with some fake Jordan 1s and they caught him basically and said, no, I think we're gonna pass. And it's people coming in with big trades or rare sneakers and just a day in a life of the shop. It's really cool. It's a great show, especially if you liked round 2 at all. And they're basically dead now. And so this is it's really cool.
So,
but the reason I grabbed
when you were talking about the fake ones, were you talking about that was on round 2's show or Music City?
No, that's on this. That's a Music City Vintage show.
Okay.
I don't remember which episode it was.
Gotcha.
But the reason I grabbed this thumbnail is because that is a shoe I took and Music City Vintage bought for me. That's the Obama Air Force Ones.
They bought those? I thought you gave them to them.
Maybe I did give them.
I don't know. It could have been
I either bought them or gave them. But either which way, I was like, we a little piece of
Still Drippin lives on.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good slide there. And we have one more. Supreme. I'm going to let you talk about this.
I mean, we have to talk about it. It's going to be real quick.
We really don't.
Do we not?
I don't think so.
I mean, this is week 1, and they've got 3 box logos, and so this is the only time we'll talk about it. But as I'm aware, those still move a little bit. But anyway, that's this Thursday, 10 o'clock Central, Supreme.com. I'm not going to spend any more time on it. Let's go.
What is this in the bottom right?
That is a skateboard.
Oh, it is a skate deck. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So you got a box
nice.
logo hoodie, a box logo shirt, and then another shirt that's I can't remember what it's called, but it's like really faint box logo. The Kurt Cobain shirt does look pretty cool. All right, that's all.
All righty.
Is that all the slides?
That's all we had.
You didn't do the On Cloud one?
Oh, no, man. I didn't want to put On Cloud on here.
Oh, dude, it was so good. That On Cloud one was so good. There's another one that I have to tell this story real quick.
All right, go.
Because I'm a little bit ashamed. So my leader at work comes and says, "Hey, I got some shoes. I think you got them off of Amazon or some website. Maybe this is more than this could be more than sneakers moment. Yeah,
I already got it up there for you.
Not really, but it's a sneaker story. So he says, I got these shoes. I haven't worn them. Can I bring
did you
them
tell
and
this?
you just sell them?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No, this is brand new. Can I bring these shoes into you and you sell them for me? And without even thinking about it, I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So he brings them in. And they're Olokai. They're in Amazon. You can get a shoe off of Amazon.
Olokai.
He got them 8 months ago. Olukai. And they're on my eBay, and I'm embarrassed as heck, but I didn't even ask. He was just like, can you help me sell these shoes? They've been sitting in my closet.
Item of the week right here.
So there's an Olukai size 10 on my eBay. Oddly enough, he's colorblind, and he comes in yesterday, says, okay, because the Olukais didn't work out, he got some Asics, and he thought they were purple and like hunter green and gray. Well, the gray is actually a greenish color, and he doesn't want to send them back to Amazon. I think he got them on Amazon also. So I'm going to try to sell those for him too. But there are 10s. So you could, if you were a 10 Mason, I'd get you a really good deal on some new Asics.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Anyway, that's as close to more than Sneakers moment as I got. Olukai. Right. What the crap?
Yeah, it sounds like a Pokemon.
Yeah, probably is.
Or what do they call the orcs in Lord of the Rings? It sounds like that, right?
Urukai.
Urukai,
yeah. Man, that's good memory, you little nerd.
Yeah, you see there? I actually watched, to talk about nerd, I actually watched all the Lord of the Rings because I wanted to watch the Rings of Power on Amazon Prime. And so I got into the first episode and I was like, I haven't watched Lord of the Rings in so long. I don't remember any of like the backstory or the forward story or whatever of all these characters. And so I went and watched every single Lord of the Rings, all like 12 hours of them.
The Hobbit? Did you do the Hobbit too?
All 3 Hobbits, all 3 Lord of the
all of them.
Is it 3 or 4 Lord of the Rings? 3, right? Couldn't remember if there was a 2-part.
I did that last year too. We watched all of those in 2022 at some point.
Yeah, and then I went back to watch.
I mean, I'm not.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Then you went and watched Rings of Power.
Yeah, and then I went to watch Rings of Power. So I nerded out for a month, but I was like going through like, I didn't, even when I was watching Lord of the Rings, I was going through like family lineage on Wikipedia to see like I was super nerd now. It was like a sneakers moment of like, oh, let me go find the origin on this and all this stuff. That's really the only thing. I don't watch superhero movies or anything, but it's incredible. Like Tolkien just made up the history of a character that in depth that we would never even never wrote about it. It's just the history of him. And that's pretty wild.
Yeah, he went levels and levels and levels.
Creating a whole language, an elven language.
3. Elvish, Dwarfish,
and
I thought there was another one. I don't remember.
I do think there is 3, but yeah, crazy, absolutely crazy. All right, that's all I've got. Now we were talking about this, or you sent it in the group earlier. We do have Complex release their 50 greatest Nikes of all time. Do we want to talk about that this week? We want to talk about it this week?
I feel like we should wait when we have everybody.
Okay, we can wait.
Because that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good list. I looked through it, and it is a very good list. Let me see if we can...
Yeah, I feel like that's the kind of thing they usually screw up and put like the Air Max Hanakana or whatever you just threw up on the screen as number four, right? And you're just like, why did they put the Hanakana at number 4, bro?
Yeah. The Hanakana.
Even the best colorway of the Hanakana shouldn't be in the top 100.
Right. All right. I've gotta have some questions on here. Let's see. We've done the Dad Olympics, right? Have we done?
I don't remember.
Dad Olympics? Well,
you muted.
Every time I touch this mic, even bump it on accident, it is just bugging out. All right.
Why don't you just don't touch it?
I'm trying not to, but when I move my mouse, it sometimes bumps the cord. So, first world problems. All right, we're going to do 2 top 5s then. We've got plenty of time here. So, let's just jump in.
Got it good.
So, this first one is not really a top 5, but I'd say we could brainstorm. I think
Your internet is spotty.
Okay. Am I better? Can you hear me? This is a wonderful podcast. All right. I think we might have done this before, but it kind of goes with the top 5 chores that we did. But give me some top.
Oh, it sucks.
Oh gosh. Do I need to hop off and hop back on?
No. Keep going. We're almost done. Let's just finish.
Okay. All right. Because I can switch internets if I need to. All right. We're going to go. Let's just brainstorm our best Dad Olympics events and which one you would gold medal in. You with me still?
Are we talking? Yeah. Are we talking about like actual sports or just like basically bar games?
Just things that dads would be incredible at or are incredible at. Like, yeah,
give me an example.
Sitting on the toilet when chaos is ensuing outside of the bathroom. Like how long you can sit there with like your child like yelling. Or I had another one and it left me. Crap. Somebody playing the drums over there?
No, I'm shaking.
Oh, okay.
It's a little cold. Okay, I think I got one. I'm really good at going to get gas in my wife's car and not leaving it on empty in the driveway.
Oh, okay. That's good. I would say one of my best dog dad Olympic things would be, have you ever seen, I know you're not a dog dad, but the Kongs that you fill with peanut butter? I could fill that thing in the most efficient manner possible. Additionally, when Elliot was a wee little baby, I could make a solid bottle. I mean, I'm pretty good at washing dishes too. Oh, that's a good Dad Olympics. Well, I think a good Dad Olympics sport would be getting so you have a sink full of dishes and you have to fit them all in the dishwasher like Tetris. Is that just
really
me?
Good. Or
okay.
No, that's great. By the way, now I understand what we're doing. My first answer was bad, so I'll do it like this. You have to run like fastest to get to grocery store, purchase tampons, and back to the house.
Okay, that's a good one. I thought this was going to be easier than it really is. I think maybe like quickest reaction time when you're sleeping on the couch to changing the channel. When somebody changes the channel, like that's what my dad would do. Like, oh, I was watching that. Like quickest to react to the changing of the channel when you're snoozing on the couch, or fastest to fall asleep on the couch or on a chair. All right. Well, Landon's here, so we can get his opinion on some of these. Welcome, Landon. We are going over.
My opinion is whatever Hayes doesn't like.
We're back again. I thought we mended this relationship.
Well, congratulations. We were talking about women that we like. So now you got to talk about all the men that you like.
Why can't I just talk about the women that I don't like? How's the opposite of that men?
All right. Well, because Landon, actually, our top 5 was Dad Olympics events. So we're thinking like fastest dad to fall asleep on the couch when golf is on. How long you can sit on the toilet not going to the bathroom when chaos is ensuing outside of the bathroom. And most efficiently filling the dishwasher. That's a good one. I'd say getting dog poop off shoes. I feel like that's a pretty good one.
You do a lot of that? Oh, Landon, you're doing the chipmunk thing.
He's a robot.
Just unplug it.
Comes on the pod 40 minutes late, and then just sounds like a chipmunk.
How many diapers do you think you've probably changed, Mason?
Ooh, a lot. I would not know. I mean, I guess 1/5 of what you've changed.
Oh, that's fair.
So, not. I
would love to guess like my record. I would really, really like to know. Like I wish I could go back and track it. How many diapers have I changed?
Well, I mean, you think about for what, at least 2 years you had, let's say 50-50 it with Meg. It's at least 4 a day.
Yeah, probably.
For 2 years, that's too much math, but essentially your equation would be whatever, and maybe if you want to go on this lighter side, 3 diapers a day for 700 days times 5. So about 12,000 diapers. Roughly. I don't check my math on that, but wow, that's a lot of diapers. The fastest diaper would be a good one. But older dads probably have gotten out of that. That's going to be a new dad sport for sure. You don't think so?
I don't think so.
You still think you could compete with me at fastest diaper?
Yeah.
My wife would definitely beat me in fastest diaper.
I'm extremely efficient.
Okay.
With the diaper changes.
Landon, you got those mic troubles figured out?
Test 1.
Oh, crystal clear.
Let's go.
Smooth as a baby's bottom. Speaking of baby's bottoms, do you think you could change a diaper faster than Hayes?
Yeah, because I'm doing it more regularly than he is.
That's what I was thinking.
Because y'all are out of diapers. 100%.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I had 18 years worth of. Well, no.
You had about 10.
Your babies were in diapers for 18 years. Oh, yeah.
No. I'm not worried about it. You know, I wouldn't be worried.
All I know is like first child.
I can handle my business.
You know, you put the lotion on, you give it extra wipe, make sure they're nice and clean, make sure it's nice and tight, all the little fluffs are out. The second one's, it's like, bam, slap that sucker on there. You're good to go, like an Indy 500 pit stop.
Pit stop.
Oh, those are very good. Landon, you got any events? I would not meddle in the diaper changing. I don't think I'm fast, but I don't think I'm very efficient.
What about changing?
I thought of another one.
That's fine. You
I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
now I'm delayed.
I just got on here. That's fine.
Go ahead, Landon.
No, I feel like I got a delay. I'm sorry.
Your face isn't moving with your voice. Am I delayed or is it Hayes?
I think it's Hayes. Go ahead, Landon.
I like garage Wi-Fi. Changing the oil on your lawnmower.
Changing
stop
the oil on
thing.
your lawnmower.
Are
I
these
gotta say,
dad
I don't know.
Olympics?
I don't know if I've changed the oil on my lawnmower.
Are you kidding me? How long have you owned it?
I think I've changed it once in 3 years.
In 3 years? Bro, you got to change that every season. That thing's going to last literally. That thing might be on its last leg. Are you kidding me?
But not for that reason.
Well, I can only imagine other things that you're neglecting with it if you're not changing the oil once a season. It's like a car, man. You got to keep those things regularly maintenance.
All right.
It's just like
Duly
Valentine's
noted.
Day.
See, this new generation.
You got to keep the love lights burning.
Most of these kids are going to grow up using these electric lawnmowers. They don't even know what oil change is. All they know is, let me plug it into the wall, charge it up.
What's bad about that?
Contributing to the epidemic of lithium-ion battery pollution. Absolutely.
Hey, you know what?
It's literally, it's like
Landon,
playing
you might
whack-a-mole.
get really mad at this take because I know
probably will.
that
Was it
you love
Hayes'
the
Then yeah.
outdoors. No, it's mine. But we've had a string of 60 plus days in February, and it makes me say that I'm for global warming. It's been wonderful. It has been beautiful outside.
So you're okay for the polar bears just to suffer and die?
I've never seen a polar bear.
Exactly.
I don't even know if they're
Global
real.
warming.
You're such a sheep because you've never seen a polar bear either. You just assume that those little animals on Coca-Cola's commercials are real, and they might not be.
Wow.
I've seen aliens. I've seen aliens.
For the record,
on TV
I don't
too.
endorse anything that's happening around me. I cannot be guilty by association. I care about the environment and all the things in it. Because
I'll agree with you. My
God's
thoughts are
gift
my
to
own.
mankind.
But I'm just saying, global warming might not be the worst thing on Earth. Actually, it's definitely not the worst thing that's going on Earth right now. So I'm sure I've burned my fair share of plastic and killed a little bit of ozone right above Nolensville, Tennessee. So
unbelievable.
At least you didn't blow up a toxic chemical train.
I didn't do that. I didn't contribute to the oil spill in the Gulf either. Maybe indirectly I did, but no, didn't do that. But
are aliens real?
Probably as real as polar bears.
This delay is killing me. I'm so frustrated.
That's such a shame.
I mean, it's a good like 4 count.
Yikes. Okay, well, Landon, you got any news you want to talk about?
I was going to talk about the effects of global warming on
Please do.
our livelihood, but I used to be an uninformed consumer like the two of you, but I was enlightened one day. That's fine.
So now when you were after your enlightenment, you just resell shoes that are made from bad chemical waste
and slave labor.
What does that have to do with global warming?
Everything, woke boy. When are you transing?
Oh my gosh, no. Leave it to Hayes to take it too far.
Hey, we're all made in the image of God. Some of us, we just think differently about that image.
All right. Well, if that's it, do we need another top 5 or are we good?
I think we're
I'm
good.
afraid to move on from this.
All right. Well, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. Hayes is killing us over here with the Wi-Fi.
Wait, is this the end?
Yeah.
We didn't do Solomon. I didn't get an update on Solomon.
Goodness. All right.
I'm
Hold
leaving
on.
because I can't stand this internet. I love you still, Dripping. Army, I love you. I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore.
Peace, Hayes. And we'll leave it to Landon for the Solomon Skinny. The floor is yours, Landon.
So the news isn't even about Solomon. It's actually about the resurgence of outdoor technical wear brought on by Solomon hitting the market so hot at the beginning of the 2023 year. But it's actually the resurgence or the re-release of a water shoe from Nike called, I think is the Water Mock. It's a woven shoe.
Woven, yep.
And it's all purple, and it's literally the perfect shoe. Nike has done it. They have made the perfect shoe. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't have a picture of it, but just picture the most perfect shoe you've ever seen in your life, and that's it. So shout out to Solomon for, they're leading the charge. Nike is literally trying to keep up with them right now. So shout out to Solomon.
We
go outdoors, save the environment.
ACG style shoes in our stuff this week. I would say these are probably influenced by the Solomon resurgence.
Oh, 100%.
And then we also had these.
Oh, the Air Terras.
Yeah, this colorway is bad. They had I think the OG colorway is also coming out, which is a lot better colorway. Still probably wouldn't wear it, but it's a very big dad shoe.
It's beautiful. You do so much outdoor stuff, so many activities in that shoe.
I do have to say, I've got to flash this up here again. Just put this up because you say that Nike's copying, or not copying, but is being influenced by Solomon. Well, I've got to tell you that on February 13th, I received an email from StockX. And maybe you got this email too, but I would say that StockX has started to rip off the Still Drippin Happy Hour and specifically your segment of the Solomon Skinny.
What?
Because I got a brand spotlight email on Solomon, however you say it.
It's Solomon. I pronounced it Salomon for a while, and then I was corrected. It's Solomon.
Solomon, okay. So, yeah, they've got some Gore-Tex models in here, some, I don't know, XT6, XT6FT. So, a bunch of different Solomon Spotlight from StockX, ripping off the Still Drippin Happy Hour and Landon's Solomon Skinny. So, congratulations, Landon. I think that means you've made it.
We on this. Hey, they can rip it off. That's fine. This thing's we're going mainstream with it. This is incredible. It's they're finally getting the spotlight that they deserved.
All right, I think that's all I've got. So, any other news inside or outside of the box?
I got nothing. I honestly just got on here to irritate Hayes, and now that he's off, I don't have a reason to be here. So,
fair enough. And let me look. We've got like 5 minutes left to make it a full happy hour. So maybe I was thinking maybe we should try some Landon Solomon Skinny. Like put some music under it for you, or have an intro for you. What do you think about some lo-fi sound? Let me get the full effect.
I need some earthy tones. Something that feels like I'm out at the campfire.
This is called
with my
Feeding the
almonds
Ducks.
on. Yeah.
You like that one? Feeding the Ducks. This one
needs
is
to be-
called Night Driving.
Ooh.
I think you'd have to put on like a late night DJ voice.
Welcome to the Solomon Skinny. Your host, Landon Parrish.
Ooh, I think we're gonna have to just clip that and replay it every week. Oh yeah. All right. Well then.
Yeah. It's not too extravagant. It's safe.
It's safe. Okay.
Like a Solomon.
Wow. Full circle. That was a lot faster than I thought it was gonna be.
Killed it.
Sounds like. Can I rename this? No, I cannot. All right. Well, Night Driving is your soundtrack now.
Are you gonna play back the thing of me like saying "and welcome"?
Hey, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna clip it. I'll clip it.
Did that sound okay? Do I need to do it again?
You can do it again if you want to.
Nah, I think one and done, baby.
All right. Cool. All right. That's all I've got. I think we're good to go. Remember, if you're on YouTube right now, please like this video and subscribe. I don't know where you subscribe. Somewhere over here, maybe after the video, you can subscribe. Go follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Still Drippin TN. We're revamping their website, and we should have that up in the next week or so. So
we're gonna have a website.
Yeah, man. It's not as official as it used to be. It's kind of janky right now.
He left for Iceland.
We're also we're working on free right now, but we've got some things in the works to possibly have some some sponsorships for different aspects. So we're working on that. We'll try to get that going. Maybe get some merch going. We'll see. If you want a sticker, hit us up. We'll hook you up with a sticker. And I think that's it. Landon, what did you learn in your 15 minutes of fame on the podcast?
Oh man. I've learned something this week. Actually, this can be an out of the box moment, or more than sneakers moment. I'm trying to figure out how to frame this. I'll get less than 3 minutes. Basically, I mentor this group of college age guys, and we were out doing an activity over the weekend with a group of guys and trying to be helpful. I grabbed wallet and phone of some guys, and I was taking it to them because we were about to switch cars. Well, between the car that they came in and the car that they were going to be leaving in, I dropped something out of one of the guys' wallets, unbeknown to me. I returned the wallet, the cell phone to the guys. We're on our way, and one of the guys stops, and he's like, "Hey, man, like, did you see a coin in my wallet?" And I'm like, "Oh, here we go." I said, I didn't see anything fall out, but, it definitely could have happened. He said, "Okay, well," I asked him, "what's the importance of the coin?" And he was like, "Well, it's a challenge coin. If you're not familiar with challenge coins, they're given to officers or anybody in the military, and you've got to have it on you at all times. If you're not, and someone can challenge you, and they say, 'Do you have your coin?' If you don't have your coin, you owe that guy a drink." Anyways, so I was like, "Well, were you in the military? Like, got family military? Like, where'd you get it?" It's like, "Well, I got it from my ex-girlfriend's dad." And I'm like, thinking in the back of my mind, all right, it's probably best that I, got rid of that for you. And then he goes, "Well," and I said, "Interesting." And he said, "Yeah, it was a really rough breakup. She was really bad to me. I made some mistakes, but her dad forgave me. And so I carried around my wallet to remind me of the forgiveness that I don't deserve. And I was like, here we are. And then he goes, you know what, Landon? Now when I open my wallet and it's empty and it's gone, I'll just remind myself of the forgiveness that I gave you.
What a lesson. What a lesson right there.
There it is.
Man. Yeah, he really punched you in the gut with that tagline right there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know how to follow that up. I think something I learned is live pods are better for everybody because this delay was difficult today. But adversity strikes sometimes, and you got to strike back. And polar bears are probably real. According to Landon, maybe not for long. So stay toasty out there. And don't burn too much plastic. Landon, you going to wrap us out?
I'm good.
Well, why don't you sign off in your low, deep, late night DJ voice? We'll see you next week.
Still Drippin Army, thank you for showing up and showing out. Join us next time as we jump into the exploration of shoes, clothes, fashion, and all things that Hayes has bad takes on. Signing out, your boy Landon and your boy Mason.
Peace. We'll see you next week.